Once upon a time, in a quiet little village surrounded by green fields and flowing rivers, there lived a man named Ravi. He was known in the village for his kind heart, always ready to help anyone in need. Not far from him lived Kiran, a wealthy farmer, but he was greedy and selfish. He never helped others, even when he had plenty. One sunny morning, a mysterious old traveler arrived in the village. He carried a curious, shimmering basket. Villagers gathered around him, murmuring in excitement. The traveler announced in a deep, calm voice, "This basket is magical. Whatever you place inside it will return to you, sometimes in ways you least expect. The universe watches your actions closely. What you give is what you get." The villagers looked at one another, puzzled. Ravi smiled and thought this could help someone in need. Kiran, on the other hand, saw it as a chance to gain more wealth without effort. The traveler placed the basket on a stone pedestal in the village square and told the villagers, "Tomorrow, come back and see the results of your actions. Remember, honesty, kindness, and generosity will be rewarded." That evening, Ravi carefully collected some rice, fruits, and a little milk from his home. He thought of the families in the village who often went hungry, and quietly placed everything into the basket. Kiran, however, sneaked a single gold coin into the basket, thinking, "Just this small effort, the basket will surely give me riches." As the sun set and the village grew quiet, the basket shimmered faintly, as if it knew what had been done. The next morning, the village woke up earlier than usual. A strange excitement filled the air. People whispered to each other as they hurried toward the village square. The magical basket sat quietly on the stone pedestal, glowing softly under the morning sunlight. Ravi arrived with a calm heart, not expecting anything in return. Kiran rushed in with eager eyes, imagining piles of gold waiting for him. Villagers gathered around. The old traveler stood beside the basket, silent and watchful. "Now," he said gently, "come and see what your actions have brought you." One by one, the villagers stepped forward. Ravi was asked to look inside first. As he approached, the basket began to glow brighter. Slowly he reached in, and his eyes widened in surprise. Inside the basket was not just what he had given, it was much more. Fresh fruits, sacks of rice, and even new items he had never owned before filled the basket. The villagers gasped. Ravi stepped back, overwhelmed. "I only gave a little," he said softly. The traveler smiled. "You gave with a pure heart. The universe gives back more to those who give selflessly." Now it was Kiran's turn. With a confident grin, he stepped forward and quickly reached into the basket. But as he pulled his hand out, his smile faded. In his hand were only a few coins, no more than what he had given. He looked again, confused and frustrated. "This is not fair. I expected more," he said. The traveler looked at him calmly and said, "You gave with greed, expecting reward. The basket returns not just your action, but your intention." The villagers began to understand. They looked at each other, realizing the truth behind the magic. Some felt ashamed. Kiran stood silent, holding his few coins, as the weight of his actions sank in. The basket shimmered once more, as if reminding everyone, "What you give is what you get," and from that day on, the village was never the same again.